Yo, I just released a new remix on my SoundCloud. Yeah, I can't actually say the song, but it's from fellow neighbors in Paris. And I'm going to show you how I made this whole track with this crazy ass synth, the whole drum set and the whole bass set. And if you stick to the end, I'm going to show you how you can actually get this for yourself for your DJ sets. Let's jump right into Ableton. So as you can see, this is the whole track right here. And let's just jump into what it actually sounds like. Then we have the build-up. This is how the second drop actually is, and let's just jump right into how I actually made the synth. The synth is standing on 3 legs. The main synth, number 1. Then we have a little bit darker one, a little bit more nasty one. And then we have some shitty noise. Yeah, it just makes all the frequencies come together. This is just a preset I found on Splice, so anyone else can download it. And as you can see, I automated some of the things right here. And on the whole group, I put a limiter for the first thing, because if you don't put it on, it would sound very, very high. I just think it sounds better. And then I of course have some reverb. I have some EQ to cut off all the low ends so the bass doesn't get interrupted by my other bass. Then of course I have a sidechain with my kick. That's how I made the whole synth. The melody. It doesn't actually sound like a real melody. I can show you how to do it. Find your auto pan right here. You click on the little notes. You turn that rate up to 116. Amount up to 100%. Put that thing right here and phase to 0. I think just to sound cool. And then I put the main melody on a granulator and I made something like this. Just so it sounds like a Snowman remix. This is actually it's a saxophone sample. It's just funny. Some Minecraft sounds, I don't fucking know. This is the granulator shit right here. So if you look at this right here, this is a sample from the actual melody and this is a granulator playing the sample. So it sounds a little bit twisted from the original one. I just think it sounds fucking great. So yeah, if you put all this shit without the synth. The kick is one that I found in a sample pack that I bought like, I don't know, a few years ago. It has this crazy rhythm going because it sounds a little bit chaotic, but I think it sounds great because this is a little bit of a creative chaotic remix. Now for the most important thing, the bass. The bass for itself sounds a little bit like this. It's pretty fucking dark. If I break down to the individual part, the first thing right here is a splice one. It's just to get some of the frequencies that my other bass doesn't actually fill. The other thing right here, this is the main bass. This is also a preset that you can find on Splice, but I made it a little bit more custom. Because you can see right here, I have a granulator. If you look at this, this is actually a part of the melody that, as I shown before, just played as a bass. It sounds fucking crazy when it's on its own. But if you put it with other bass, it sounds pretty fucking dark. Of course, I automated some parameters. I automated this distortion just to make it a little bit interesting. This is without, and this is with. It isn't that big, but, well, it makes the bass a little bit more interesting. But if you want your bass and your drum not to clash together, you need to sidechain it properly. I just have a demo of Shapebox 3. That bass, I can only use it once, but I only use it for sidechaining. This is how the bass would sound without a sidechain. And this is with. There isn't that much of a change in the high frequencies, but in the low frequencies, yeah, it gets sidechained, and that sounds pretty well with my kick. But where this remix really comes together is with the drums. Of course, I have the whole rack right here. This is just a normal sounds that we use in the remix. But one of the cool things about this remix and these drums on this remix is I actually use one of the original drums from the original song right here. If you can listen to this. Then just put it in the background, pop some reverb on, and that sounds pretty great. I have some loops going, and I also use this thing right here called beats, transitive beats. I can show you what it does. I loop this section right here. You can hear how this actually sounds a little bit chaotic, and it doesn't sound as tech housey as I wanted to do. But if I took this over to the warp section, go into beat and one way, and pull this shit down right here, and then it sounds a little more tech housey. And that's actually what I want to do. This is basically what I've done with all the other things that I did. I have some perks going, some weird sounds, and where it actually became this remix that I actually made is with all of the weird drums I have up here. If I just played whole thing together, you can hear how it sounds. This is where I actually just played with some weird ass sounds like this thing right here. Just search house weird noise on Splice, and then I found this shit. Put some EQ, delay and reverb on it, and that's pretty much it. You really hear how it actually sounds when you play it in the start of the remix. For me, I think it sounds fucking great. And of course, what is actually on the master chain? Two things. A Saturn II faster master. Just, yeah, I can show you what it does. This is without. This is with. Let's make the frequencies come together, and just sounds pretty good. I have a limiter on my master chain, so it doesn't actually sound too high. On a -2 dB. And that's actually how I remixed a whole track with Kanye West and some fellow neighbors in Paris. And for the reason you clicked, how can you get this remix yourself? It's actually pretty simple. Go follow my Instagram and go into my DMs and text me Paris, then I will send you the song right away. I'll see you next time.